Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Ultra Hardware number 61149 1x1 light duty narrow cabinet hinge, plain steel finish. That's what the hinge looks like in its package. It's a tiny little guy. I have one removed here for your review. Country of origin stamped on the back. Now, let's go over the dimensional properties of this hinge. They've got it as 1x1. The hinge width looks to be just shy on 1 inch. I'd like to know exactly what these things measure. Let's determine that now. It's just short on 1 inch. It's 0.965 wide, and the height of the leaf is spot on at 1 inch. 1.0. 1.0, spot on. Oh, thickness of the leaf. That's the payoff. That's the money. 0.054, 0.054 thick. There is a bullet points of data down below this video in the extended description. They say that this is they're sold as each. When you buy one, you're going to get one. Not one pair, just one. 1x1 non-removable pin. These pins are riveted over, or they're peened over. So you cannot drive the pins out. They consider it light duty. I'd say 054 is certainly light duty, but it's not 30 thousandths. It's thicker than that. 054 or 50 thousandths would be considered the thickness of a commercial grade kick plate. So do keep that in mind as well. It's the same thickness as a commercial kick plate. They say that it's plain steel. That's going to be code for the fact that it is steel. And when they say plain, it does mean that there is no corrosion resistance covering to this at all. And that is the indeed hinge that you're looking at. Screws are not included with this hinge whatsoever, and if I was going to look for screws, I'd probably start with a number 5 flathead, and I would take the hinge to the hardware store and get the right screw. Or, by all means, if you want us to do that research, we will look into it for you. The ID of the screw hole is 0.168. 0.168, so keep that in mind. Not much of a countersink on there at all because of the thickness of the material is so small, but I might be tempted. Maybe a 4 or a 5 is what I'd look at first. Okay. Again, screws are not included. So what are you going to use this for? Anything, really. There's a swag on the hinge leaf there that means that it would be relatively appropriate for a mortised installation or something that will go between two doors. When those leaves are brought parallel, you're going to have the material thickness 0.054 times 2 plus really an imperceptible gap between the two leaves. You know, there's not much there when you bring them parallel. So you might have a total of 1/8 of an inch, you know, something like that. Okay, nice quality item, very inexpensive naturally for what it is, and from Ultra, which means you're going to get a quality product at a reasonable cost. And there, in conclusion, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the National Guard Ultra hardware products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Ultra 61149 1x1 plain steel narrow cabinet hinges or any other Ultra product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.